It's not me. It's
Okay, is everyone admitted or they're coming in?
There we go. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah,
Seems like one or
welcome.
two people are still joining. We'll just wait for them.
Yeah, just give a few more moments.
There you go.
What's happening with Jean-Paul?
There you go. More people are coming into the waiting room, just letting them in.
Fabulous.
Mr. Positive, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So good to
Right,
be
Shoma?
here.
Right, welcome everybody. How fantastic to see familiar faces and new faces as well. So welcome everyone to our Destiny Connect Foundation fundraiser.
Yeah,
Today we have the pleasure to host this amazing event. So my name is Sharma Karana and our very beautiful Janine DeCovo is going to be hosting with me. We are delighted that you could all join us.
Oh, R59.
Just Shoma, just check you're muted.
I'm back.
There we go.
I'm back. Okay, do you all remember during COVID, we had the Zoom clap that used to happen? So give us a clap to show that you are all excited to be here with us today.
Hey, Dr. Kash, nice to see you.
Hey, hi, everyone. Okay, so over to my lovely assistant, so over to Janine.
So nice to see everyone. I'm so happy you're here. And like Shoma just said, we know the hand clap, we know the heart. So show us your Zoom gestures as we go so that we can see you still with us, and maybe something touches your heart today. It would be nice that we can see. So welcome. And it's really great to have everyone here. It's always such a nice thing for me to see that we are joined with people around the world. And that's the heart of Destiny Foundation. So thank you for being here. And I would then like to introduce our founder of Destiny Connect, which is James Ojo. He is, he's really has the heart of this foundation, and he's going to give us an overview of what's been happening since January 2024. Last year when we met, we had a lot of plans, and we've done so much of that. So James, over to you. Share with us the vision and what Destiny has done up to now.
okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Hello. Okay, I'm a bit nervous. Nervous in a good way because yeah, everyone looks so beautiful, vibrant. Energy is on fire. So thank you so much for being here today. I just want to say thank you and welcome to the Destiny Connect Foundation. This is our second fundraising event since the inception of the Destiny Connect Foundation, which is about 2 years ago. And the first one we did to bring people together to be able to amplify the impact that we are making already last year in August. And that was a fantastic event. So I am very, very honored, and I'm grateful for your presence, for how you are making making a difference in your community and in the life of everyone that surrounds you and in your own life, you know. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I'm so grateful. And yeah, over the last 2 years that we launched this movement, it has been amazing. A lot of impact that we have made together, and I'm so overwhelmed, you know, with how everyone has put their efforts, commitment, and dedication into our shared mission. So, and our mission is very, very, very clear. You know, we want to create a community, a global community, which is a global movement, you know, whereby we can establish a collaborative, diverse, and inclusive community dedicated to fostering meaningful personal. That means that each an individual of us get the opportunities to grow professionally as well, and again to be able to make a social impact around the world. And our vision is also very simple, but yet profound. A world where everyone is respected, valued, and empowered to thrive. So we are all here to, you know, to work together towards the empowering togetherness. Okay, so can I still go on? I can see now I'm being spotlighted. So over the course of last year, we were able to make a great impact, starting with our foundational course, which is the 3-6 Mastermind program. And we all know that in life, these are the, you know, foundational course that also bring people together. Not only bring people together, but before we can come together, we need to speak, we need to communicate, we need to get to know each other and find each other's, you know, and meet each other where we are. So, and how do we do that? Is through communication and connection and collaboration. Then when we collaborate to work together, because alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. So this foundational course is a pillar, you know, between the human interaction, and this is what we build our foundation on. So, and over the last year, which is literally all 18 months ago, that so 1 year that we started the program, we were able to roll out this program in 10 plus countries, and with over 250 participants from around the world being participated in it. And every day I cannot even fathom how people's life has been changed through this program. It's been amazing, all kinds of experiences, people from different backgrounds, from race, you know, culture, people coming together to say, okay, I want to learn how to communicate. You know, I'm a doctor. I've been to Harvard. You know, but when I go through this course, my life is being transformed, and my eyes has been, you know, my perspective around these 3 C's has really been changed. So, and today we can bold and confidently say that we have really made an impact through this course in over 10 countries. And we are still rolling out every month and every week. Okay. So I will still just go there because we've done so much, you know, but I'll just go through each of them. So then this year, in the beginning of January, we launched an initiative, which is Outreach Initiative, to be able to amplify impact and voices of change makers, the change agents, the philanthropists, people who are standing tall and rolling up their sleeves to get things done in our community. People who look beyond, beyond barriers that stand between humanity, and they choose to make an impact. So this initiative is dedicated to, you know, to amplify their amplify their voices, and again to amplify the impact that they are making. And for the last 2 months, we launched it towards the end of January this year. So, and we are in April now, which is just 3 months ago. We were able to produce 17 episode, which is powerful stories of philanthropists, change makers, thought leaders from around the world. They come and share their story to be able to empower mind, amplify voices, and to transform lives. And up to date, we were able to produce 17 and had 10 of them already with over 1,000 views. That is amazing on that short period of time. And we are still getting viewers every day and every week and every month. So then again, we started last year, October 2024, we launched a volunteer impact program whereby we want to really, the goal is to empower change agents through effective training, development, skill enhancement for a better quality of life. And we have been able to do that successfully by the help of our team. So we bring people together from different regions, from different community and neighborhood to be able to work together and achieve our long-term goals, okay? And this program, we have developed social media and communication team, then to facilitators team, those who are facilitating our educational program. And then we also have social impact ambassadors, because we believe that these are the people who can help us to reach out to the grassroots community and help us to amplify the impact that we are making. And again, uplifting a community, one community at a time. Then we also have memberships sponsored, whereby we have members that approached us last year and said, okay, we want to be a part of this. We want to be able to sponsor members, to be able to have access to this community, to belong to this community and make a difference, and be able to, again, be equipped with all these resources and skills they need to make a difference in their community. And today we have members from Germany, from Ghana, from South Africa, and almost 15 countries already that we have members from that are part of this movement. Then sponsors and partnerships as well. We have, again, really attracted a lot of businesses and philanthropists that are also aligning their mission and their company vision and purpose with a great cause like Destiny Connect Foundation. So for now, this is what I have to report. And I know that as we move along during the event, we will hear first-hand stories and real-life impact that we have made from our participants, from our beneficiaries, and the team of Destiny Connect Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, James. And it's been such an honor to walk out this journey with you and with all the volunteers. It's just really been a blessing to be able to make an impact. Our next speaker is known around the world, not just for her expertise, but for her heart. Dr. Nelly Swanepoel, affectionately called the Water Lady, has spent 30 years shaping how we think about water, energy, and leadership. Her journey has taken her from remote communities to global climate conferences, always with one goal in mind: to create more sustainable and an empowered world. She's got a doctorate in executive leadership and an MBA in sustainability, and a career dedicated to mentoring, strategy, innovation. And she embodies the kind of leadership that flows resiliently, clear, and transformative. What is the message that Dr. Nelly brings? We don't wait for change, we become it. Please welcome the inspiring Dr. Nelly Swanepoel.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you, everyone. James, it's an honor to be with you on this call tonight. I can really say that since we had our first discussion 2 years back already, I can't believe it's 2 years back, I'm just amazed with what you achieved, your energy, and your resilience, that even when there's a throwback, you just keep on going. And you did the baseline and you've put the base with yourself and all the people working with you. And I can just applaud you. You are doing great work. You did it for the communities because your focus is on communities. It is now time to transform those communities and to take them one step further. And how do we do that? Why do I say that? Do you know that we can live for 45 days without food? Yes, we will all be slim. We don't need to go on a diet. We will all be very happy. But we can only live for 3 days without water. And water is the life of any community. So many changes has come with water. The water quality throughout the world has deteriorated because of industry activities, raw sewage from communities that really can't afford sanitation, and everything is just going into the streams of water. And we know that there's illnesses and diseases that, especially in Africa, in Asia, in South America, is taking place because of the bad quality of water. Now, I'm passionate about water. Listen, I've spent my life on water. I've seen everything coming and going, from the cleanest water in the world, what I would say is sort of Alaska, Iceland, to the dirtiest water that is coming from textile industries. Yes, I think those are the ones that's polluting the most. But don't all the industries pollute or polluting water? And yes, they do clean it, but up to a point. And where do we need to go next to? We focused on communities, the strengthening of the communities, and for the communities to empower themselves. But now we need to make the communities not only empower themselves in what they focus on and increasing their knowledge, but also creating jobs to give them a real feel of worthiness in their own communities. And with this, and I know I'm a female, and please, I'm really, it doesn't matter for me if you're male or female, let the job get done. But what we've known from communities with water is that women and children are the ones that is suffering the most, especially if we speak to rural communities. And this is where we need to repurpose the water. We need to put sanitation in place, and there are technologies in the world available, and that is manufactured within South Africa, imported, exported across the world, that can repurpose water, that not only repurpose the water for flushing of toilets, but also, most importantly, for irrigation. And that allows the communities now to make provision for their own food. So we now give them not only the knowledge, but we empower them with the tools to make sure that the communities are striving and thriving. And I know James and myself had so many discussions about this, and it's close to our hearts. And I really think that we need to get the sponsors in place so that the sanitation for all these communities can get in place. It is really affordable. The operational costs are the minimal. Most of the systems are working with solar powered energy, and it uses so little solar power that once a solar power system is installed, what we found in these communities is that we can also use internet and increase the level of education within the community. And most of the communities are really driven by the women of the community and the children that has the benefits that is coming from this. And yes, please, the men are so important because we are a community, and as a community, we're looking at all the people, but these are the people that are making the biggest impact on. So by repurposing the sanitation water of the communities, we can allow the communities to have their own food. They can become more sustainable. They can increase the level of education within the communities. And the water is of such a quality that if the required chemicals are added into this water in the real dry areas where there is no water, this water is drinkable as well. The quality is very good. And there's many. Singapore, Windhoek, are just all the drinking water is actually sanitation water that has been upgraded and treated. So in more and more places in the world, we see that where there's no water, this is a real outcome of this. And James, I'm so excited, and you have my full support, that in the way forward, this is the next phase of your vision, that I will support you. And if you have any questions after this call, please feel free to contact me at any time and I will support you. But empowering and repurposing the communities so that they are sustainable, they have dignity, they have their own food, they are empowered, they have clean water, and they can look after themselves and become independent is what we really want to do. We want to teach them how to fish. We do not want to give them a fish. We want them to have a life forever, even if we are not on earth anymore. Thank you so much, James.
Stuart, over to you.
Did you?
That was
Did you say it's over to me?
Over to you, but that was absolutely
my listing shows
amazing, Dr.
James.
Nelly.
You changed it without telling me. Okay, so I have the honor of introducing a very special person, Ben Mukasa. He was sponsored last year on our fundraiser. Somebody decided to make a generous, very, very generous contribution and sponsor him. And he is the founder of the Davian Cares Foundation. And I think it's best he tells you here a little bit of his story. He's got some of the children with him who he is in charge of, all orphans. So Ben, it is a pleasure to see you and to speak to you again.
Nice to see you, Ben. We can hear you now.
Yes, guys, with me. Yes, you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'll take this opportunity to introduce myself with the children and appreciate the work, the great work done with Destin Connect Foundation for empowering the lives of children in Uganda, for empowering Davian Cares Foundation in Uganda. By the names, Mukasa Ben, the founder of Davian Cares Foundation Uganda. We are empowering children in our community with access to quality education and health care in Uganda. I'm so glad that Destin Connect Foundation has impacted Davian Cares Foundation in Uganda. And the power of connection and the power of collaboration through Mr. Zion, Mr. James, towards Chama, the coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate the great work you did for us. And for the gift of the Davion Cares Foundation, we would like to present a beautiful poem to Destin Connect Foundation for empowering our lives in Uganda. Our children get organized as we present our poem, reciting the beautiful poem about the education that Destin Connect Foundation has made impact to Davion Cares Foundation. Hope you can hear us clear.
We can, yes.
Thanks.
Davion Cares Foundation and welcome Foundation for empowering.
Thanks for welcoming Destin Connect Foundation as Davion Cares Foundation children. So as we reading our short poem about the education children can gain.
There is no success without education. The poor, the rich, all need education. Look at the lawyers, doctors, engineers. How do you think they got that job? It is through education. There is nowhere to go without education. I have no education. You may end up being a pretty kid. Can you imagine what a nice education that is for better future?
Thanks, Destin Connect Foundation. That is our beautiful poem from our children, Davion Cares Foundation, Uganda. And I would like to appreciate a lot the power connection of Destin Connect Foundation is that they are empowering our children in Uganda. Thanks a lot, Mr. James, for inviting Davion Cares Foundation Uganda to present a beautiful poem. Thanks, Mr. Stewart, for introducing, and I myself, the director of Davion Cares Foundation, along with my co-founder, with Songa Nicholas, will be soon coming on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ben. That was so beautiful. James, you want to add something to this? Thank you so much, Ben. Say hi to all the kids from us here.
Yes,
it's amazing what technology can do, how we're speaking to each other in the different sides of the world. It's so incredible.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ben. You guys are wonderful. And what a powerful poem that you've just rendered to us, recite to us. We really love it. And you are someone that I really respect a lot. And I love what you're doing with the kids there in Uganda. And this is just the beginning. I know that a lot has happened and a lot is happening already for you and the kids. And we just want to say thank you for the good work that you are doing. And yes, we are continuing this journey together. We have the full support. We are there to support you and the children and many other children because they are the future of our generation. Okay, so we are looking forward to working with you and also helping to support the kids. Thank you so much, children. We really appreciate you guys for giving us that beautiful poem. So wonderful. Thank you. And we will definitely bring you guys up again. You still have a surprise for us. So yes, thank you. Stay tuned. Okay. Thank you so much, Ben.
You're welcome.
All right. So I would just like to again introduce one of our amazing speakers, and is an incredible man. He's a mentor to me, and I've been really been impacted, through his wisdom and his experience that over the year. And today is here to speak to us, to encourage us, to also share with us how he has been inspired, through all the mentorship that he has given to me, even though we are miles away. But yes, he is an inspirational man. He's someone that I look forward to every day, and also his word of encouragement has been an instrumental in terms of moving me forward, encouraging me every time, and reaching out to me. So he's here to speak to us today, and I'm speaking about Mr. Dan Goodwin, all the way from the United States.
Well, thank you so much, James. This has been wonderful. Although when Dr. Nelly said I could go 45 days without food, I was starting to question that. But yeah, I would be thinner. So let me ask you a few questions as we talk about these opportunities in front of us. What are you doing to change your world in the spaces you can control? Think about that for a minute. And then let's think about some other aspects of that, because we're going to be talking about our own self-awareness and the things that we can do, and not focus on the things that we may not have an impact on. So are you allowing others to impose their values on you? Think about that for a minute. What is important to you? And how do you know it's important to you? Was it something your family told you? Was it something that your religion taught you? Was it something that the politicians told you should be important? I want to know what you believe and why you believe it. So, cross-cultural empathy. I've been very fortunate in my life to travel in different places in the world: South America, the Caribbean, Asia, Japan. And what I learned, and I was 14 years old when I made my first trip out of my own country, my own culture, and went to Bolivia, South America. And as I've gotten more experience in life, I don't get old, I just get more experienced. I know you all feel the same way. Here's what I realize. We have more in common with others than our differences. Think about that for a moment. What's important to you? Safety, security, our family, our four walls. Because once we can provide for those who we care about, it allows us to take the focus outward from where we're at. And when you come down to realizing that piece of it, it puts it in perspective. Here's what I know in my corporate background and how I help my consulting clients: that people want to be seen and heard and validated. And that's how we create lasting impact. When we become an impactful listener, we find out that not everyone thinks like we think, not everyone believes like we believe, and that's okay. What I want to know is, are you a good person? We may not be best of friends, but I'm seeking to understand you, your values, and what do we have in common that would connect us. And the people that aren't good people, remember this: those who seek to divide seek to control. There's enough chaos in the world right now, and I don't care what country you're in. I don't care what your beliefs are, religion, politics, social issues. Those who seek to divide seek to control. Once we have awareness of this and we recognize it, then we can reject it, because it does not serve us to live in imposed shame or guilt, which is all connected to the past. We need to focus on the present to create the future that we want for ourselves and our families and our world. The ripple effect of our small actions. Remember that everything counts, no matter how small. Everything counts. Every decision we make today, whether that's how many glasses of water, getting hydrated, the choice of foods that we have access to, the choice of foods that we maybe should cut back on a little bit, right? Everything counts, no matter how small. And that applies to all areas of our lives, whether that be the mental, emotional, the physical, the spiritual. Everything counts. And that's why we're here today, to talk about what can we do to make it count. Remember that change starts with us, inclusive. It doesn't start with them, whoever them are, whoever they are. It starts with you, and it starts with me. And the key is that we take action now. And whether that we can serve that with time, our energy, our volunteering, or we can bless others financially, we can serve with money. The time to take action is now. And we lead with intentionality, not fear. We have our vision so impressed on our mind that we can communicate it effectively without fear. Because where does fear come from? Most of the time, it's not knowing, or some people not wanting to know, right? They are so ingrained in their own paradigm, their own world, they will defend it because they're not committed to personal growth. Remember this. Impact over income. And when James and I met Tuesday for what I call the pre-production meeting, this was a theme that we came up over with a lot: impact over income. And it goes to how we serve, who we serve, and it doesn't necessarily have to be money, although that surely makes the timelines go faster when we can get the money. So again, what can you do right now in the midst of all the chaos? Remember that we can still be the beacons of hope for others. And by doing that, when we focus on the things that are in our control and not focus and be distracted by the things out of our control, we fill our own cups. And that is when we then can pour in to others. Leave you with this. And I sign off on most of my electronic posts, emails. Practice grace, mercy, and love. And I always caveat that, say whenever possible. Because sometimes people don't let that be possible. But the grace piece is respect, kindness, being professional, and let others stew in their own juices sometimes. Practice mercy when somebody deserves that comment, that discipline, that unsolicited advice. Practice mercy with people because we've all made mistakes. We're all there. And then love. When we focus on love, ultimate frequency. And when we look to others to find our commonalities and we figure out that we have more in common than not, that's when connection happens.
Dan, that was absolutely amazing to hear your words. I'm sure we are all blown away with what you've just said. So thank you. Thank you for being
My
here
pleasure.
and sharing with us. Right. Before we move on to our next guest, I would just like to sort of remind everyone, with all of us, we've got our I hope I'm pointing the right way. We have our QR codes. If you'd like to help in any way and moving this movement forward, right, just click on our QR code and it'll take you straight to the payment. We've tried to do this as easy as possible, so please let us know if it works correctly for you. So God bless you all. So thank you. Just a little reminder there. Right now, it gives me the greatest of pleasure to introduce one of our original members of our gang at DCF, and she's many, many miles away, right? Introducing to you Dr. Kasturi Henry from Belize. The amazing, amazing work that she does across there. We think she's all by herself, even though we're here electronically with her, right? But it's amazing. I mean, it's tireless, the things that she actually does. She's running the 3Cs programs, the mastermind tables, working with new DCF volunteers who are looking to pay forward, sponsors, partnerships with the youth empowerment program, podcast. I mean, the list just is ongoing. But I'm going to leave it there so I can give the space across to Dr. Kaz. Welcome, Dr. Kaz. The mic over to you.
Thank you so much, Shama. And it is such an honor to be here with my Destiny Connect Foundation family. And I literally think of it as family because I grew up knowing, understanding, and realizing that we're all somebody's children and they're all our children. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I grew up in the middle of a genocidal war in Sri Lanka. And I saw firsthand how children's lives are disrupted when adults are angry or scared. Regardless of where they are, that ends up in hate. And then that animosity destroys opportunities for children. And having left home at 16, raising my siblings in another country, one of the promises I made myself is as I grow into adulthood, I am going to value every child as they're my children. And everything I do is going to be about, have I made a difference in somebody's life that is not connected to me as blood? And if I haven't, then I have an opportunity to look for a way to create that impact again tomorrow. And with Destiny Connect Foundation, with James, with Shama, with Stuart, Dr. Janine, Ingo, we've had such an amazing opportunity to build this, to bring this forward. And I am super excited to have had the honor of launching Destiny Connect Foundation's 3Cs both in the US and in the Caribbean, because I live and work between both places. And what I have seen throughout my 34 years of international finance and fintech world, where money and economic sustainability moves lives, there are truly two bookends that shape a individual and community. One is giving everybody that emotional resilience so that they can navigate the ups and downs of life. And the other is to give everybody the financial resilience so that they have what it takes to get past that survival mode where you're either predator or prey, and get to the next level where you can start thinking about creating an impact. And what I have also learned through my work and life itself is emotional resiliency alone without the financial resiliency will push us to a place of survival where our basic animal instincts take over, and it is human nature to compromise everything for the sake of survival. So the importance of bookending financial resiliency and emotional resiliency and build it together with a sense of abundance and with a sense of authenticity. Dan just mentioned something I really love about vibrations, and the highest form of human vibration is authenticity. Love is only second. When we can show up authentically, there is such a magnetic pull And when a whole bunch of us show up with that authenticity, imagine the power we can create. Now let's take a step forward. And what if we start instilling this authenticity in children so that we give them the tools of emotional resiliency and financial resiliency before they get into adulthood, so that their foundation is laid and we're truly seeding the future while we're helping the adults and reshaping the adults. Having been an educator teaching US public safety and US military, one of the best tools I have had in reshaping communities is working with my fire departments to go into schools and educate the kids so that the kids go home and educate the parents. We can't change the hearts and minds of parents. Their own children can. So I am super excited about not only continuing the 3Cs program across the Caribbean and the US, I'm excited to be taking that program and creating playful ways to incorporate that into child-friendly learning, and then rolling it out to youth across the Caribbean, and then taking that and sharing with communities all around. Ben, I see you with the kids. What a nice way to combine play with emotional resiliency building through authenticity and kindness and compassion. And at the same time, give them the tools of financial resiliency so that they have both feet planted firmly in the ground, but their heart and minds are free to fly as high as they want, because we as adults are going to be the safety net. So my goal here, as I live my life and make my impact, continue to partner with Destiny Connect Foundation so that we give all our children the roots, but also give them the wings. Because while they stay grounded in who they also need to be able to fly limitlessly. And having these bookends are what's going to make that happen. And those of you who are listening, those of you who see the power of our children being empowered, knowing that the human population of the future is in these three bottom of the pyramid continents: Asia, Africa, Latin America, including Caribbean. That is where the future of humanity is. Therefore, that's where the future of the world is. It doesn't matter where we come from. This is going to be our future. These children are going to be the adults who are going to shape our future. So if nothing else, for our own selfish reasons, let's invest time in terms of creating impact. Let's invest money in a way to create impact. All of this matters, and it's only together we can go further. And my call to action to everybody is join the movement, join the cause. Let's empower every child, every mother, every teacher. And in this process, let's empower our communities. And I would like to get to a point where we stop talking about empowerment and give people the power God gave them. Because I come from a culture that believes power, when taken away, you piecemeal it by empowering. But what if we even stop using the word empowering and give people their own power so that they can stand in their power? Masculinity has a power, femininity has a power. And when masculine and feminine powers in their own right come together, we get to build a better world. They're not powers confrontational with each other, but they're powers that are co-creative with each other, and everything else in between. So power is fluid. Power is nurturing. Mother Nature is the ultimate force of power. And I would also like for us to always remember humanity, humility. Those words come from the Latin word humus, means earth. We're all of this earth. The power this earth contains is what is contained in us. That means our humanity, our humility, our humaneness, all of it is derived from Mother Nature in her power. So draw from her, own your power, and show up in a world where powerfully we support and co-create for our collective future. And thank you so much for the opportunity, and cannot wait to keep building.
Thank you, Dr. Kaz. You always bless me with your words, your insight, and your knowledge. And we just want to, as Destiny, just say thank you for the great work that you are doing. And we're looking forward to seeing the new 3Cs Mastermind programs where you are going to be running it. So thank you for everything. And thank you for being here and all your support. We really, really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, that brings me to a very exciting part of our program as well tonight is I want to introduce somebody that I've walked the road with, but I want him to show us the importance of how other NPO organizations comes together and helps DCF with their dream, vision, and plan. So our next speaker lives the kind of purpose-driven life that doesn't just inspire, it mobilizes. Arvind is not just a name in leadership, he's a movement in motion. Just like Dr. Kaz said, join the movement. And as the director and co-founder of Team Hope South Africa, and also the brand ambassador for Titishu Foundation, Arvind is a humanitarian whose actions speaks louder than his any accolades. And believe me, he's earned plenty. So he's somebody that from running a successful small business to shaping minds as a teacher at DCI. Arvind blends his entrepreneurial drive with spiritual depth, serving as a pastor, both local impact with international reach. Currently, he's completing his master's degree and he's honored as one of the top 30 influential men in the 2025 Artist Awards. Arvind really proves that leadership isn't about titles, it's about testimony and impact. And that also just aligns with what Dr. Kaz just said. So his philosophy is simple but profound. Serving others is part of his life, and he's here to show us what that really looked like. So please help me to welcome this multidimensional leader and change agent, Arvind Singh.
Thank you so much, Janine. Can everyone hear me clearly? Great.
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much. So I want to say thank you so much, Janine, for that introduction. I did mention as well, just call me a humanitarian. I love about, and she spoke about humanity, and Dan spoke about love. Now, putting love and humanity together is where we start with teaching the communities how to function together. So you mentioned the one that happened last, which is 2025 influential. We never knew that was coming. It's not the accolades that we look for. But I want to teach you and show you how we were able to impact communities between city to city. Apologies for any noise around me. I was on site, so I'm sitting in a vehicle with a nice background that was created for me, so you don't see all the hustle and bustle. But I want to share with you something that I've been asked to chat about, and that is the importance of an NPO, a non-profit organization. We've been in the NPO settings for the last 15 years. I'm co-founder with my wife, Dr. Asmitha Ramgati Singh. We have a great team. And I must say that it comes with love, passion, grace when we fulfill the needs of the community and our volunteers, because that's what impacts the community. If the team is happy, is happy. And what we do is we are a distribution hub. We don't personally have a center. I believe that we are too young to have a center right now with overhead. So we rather help the 20 to 40 NPOs that are connected. Now, these NPOs are NPCs, there are NGOs, there are ministries, churches, temples, mosques. We are not restricted to religion, race, or culture. As humanitarians, we refuse to be in a category where people say you're only allowed to assist certain people. Now, the previous guest speaker spoke about children. And she mentioned something that we live by. We don't worry about the adults. We love working with children. And last night we were in a school doing a presentation to a governing body that says we want to impact the children so we can impact the future of the community. And that's where we get it right. Adults now are far gone, if I can put it that way. They have their own mindset. They have their own agendas, own propaganda. It's all about me, myself, and I, and my family, or my not even my community, but just the close people. And sometimes it's all about just me. And we are teaching youngsters under our humanitarian hero program on how to live a good, blessed, respectful life and serve the community around us. So in regards to a few questions, I'm going to go through the 5 questions quickly. The importance of an NPO or nonprofit organization, why we need the nonprofit organization, what's their purposes, and why we should get involved to be part of one. And then I'm going to talk to you about Team Hope South Africa, which is local and global. I leave for India in 5 days on the 5th. In 21 days, we're going to be in India for 21 days doing missions, work, feeding the people. We don't know what's going to be out there. I've never been there before. In fact, that was last on my bucket list. It's not even on my bucket list. But somehow doors have opened up supernaturally. It says you will be going to India because you spoke against it, one of the most poverty-stricken places on this earth. And we are told that in the area, and I'm not too sure, someone can correct me later, but these are such harsh environment that your safety comes first while you are serving. Now, we have projects that teach children. My children have grown into being humanitarians, but we teach children from as young as 5 years old, and entitled children as well, because that's the biggest request we have now. I have entitled children. I want them to serve in the community. That's something that's new on our agenda, where we're getting entitled children that have everything and don't know how to respect the simple gifts that they receive from their parents, their family members, or wherever they get them from. So it's always a buy, a me, I want. And what we are doing right now is teaching these children how to respect what they have so that they can have longevity in the lifespan of the items, whether it be clothing, stationery, puzzles, games, etc., that we can receive from them and give it or distribute it around the world. My wife and I were in Thailand last year, December. We took educational books in our bags and clothing for children, where we were able to feed those children for 3 months and give them an English teaching booklets or books or material, study material. And we get such great feedback about that. Now, the reason why I tell you this is because without humanitarians doing what we do and volunteers doing what we do, how does one function to change the community that we live in? And basically what Team Hope does is we are a community together as volunteers, no restriction, no red tapes, that goes out to communities. Automatically, someone that has a need becomes an ambassador. It's so easy to use the word ambassador. You have something to work towards now. You are an ambassador for Team Hope SA. You're an ambassador for the Tususu Foundation. And you come on board, we help you with resources, and those resources gets distributed into your community. So we like the Good Samaritan stories. We like the Good Samaritan module that we push out that says we will take, but we also like the Robin Hood story, where we take from the rich and we give to those that are in need. You know, this is something that we love doing. For 15 years, we've been doing it. We've worked with thousands of children annually. We are currently hitting thousands of people per a month. One of the biggest and greatest events that we have in South Africa is the year-end children's Christmas party. We call it a Christmas party because everyone knows about Christmas. But we entertain, feed, and gift these kids. From a small budget of 80,000 Rand, it's now gone into 500,000 Rand with big sponsors that come on board that says, let's make a difference in the community. And that's what we do. But there's one thing that we do is we do counseling on the field with children. And the impact that these children get from just opening up is amazing. And the volunteers, we gotta sometimes tell the volunteers, step aside, shed your tears, and then come back and be motivated to motivate other kids. It is so important to be connected with NPOs. It is so important to build an NPO for those that are looking for it. And I'll tell you why. In our personal capacity, we have a guilt conscience that says, I'm sorry I cannot help you right now. And the guilt hits you. And the person knows that you have resources, but you can't use it on them. But when you are connected to an NPO, the no is a structured segment that says, no means no because I cannot do it right now, and I'm not feeling guilty about it because I've got to help A, B, and C, or I'm committed to other stuff. It helps you, saves you, and it keeps your heart going for the passion of people. So if you do not have an NPO, I'd suggest register an NPO or NGO or NPC that helps you say no is no at times. It also allows you not to send or transfer funds all the time for personal families and capacities that require it. It gives you a little bit of structure to say, let's structure everything according to our constitution, and we are able to assist in the right way with the right manner and get more volunteers involved. So those are some of the reasons why we need NPOs. Why should we partner? Why do we need them to function? It also shows the government with stats what we as NPOs are doing, which increases the level and the impact we have in the community. Someone spoke about upliftment earlier. Upliftment is great, development is great, but if we don't have the right structure and the right organizations, we are being used and abused and not taken seriously as organizations, and therefore it actually takes our governments out of the responsibilities to take care of communities and develop communities. So we want to be accountable and hold them accountable for what we do. Personally, I don't ask for funding via the government or the organizations. We do it via love, passion, and the people that we work with. Why you should get involved with being part of one? I feel that DCF is a great way for a global impact. Global impact. We are only touching the surface now 15 years later for global impact. But with what you have now, the gentleman in Uganda, I was like, wow, we have it as a focus line later on. But this just opens up so much of doors to be connected faster and send resources to where the nation requires it. And that's what we're about. We're about looking at getting resources because we all have resources and connected resources or people that are connected. We just don't know where to channel it and how big it needs to go. And DCF has opened up another door that shows us we need to move and think globally. So just that in a nutshell of what we do. Team Hope South Africa running for 15 years, to Susu Foundation 5 years. I've now been asked to come in and help build a brand, so to speak, getting funding. And again, they don't have a center. We are helping over 17 to 18 soup kitchens on a daily basis. We are getting food, resources, perishable, non-perishable, that's coming in and just getting distributed. Daily, we are feeding over 3,000 people. Nationally, including Durban and Cape Town, because we work with those teams, just by providing bread in KZN, they are feeding the local hospital, RK Khan's hospital, and the surrounding area, feeding 800 people. Just on a Tuesday, another area feeds another 250 people where we just provide soup. Now we have resources available for reasonable prices where we can feed a person to the value of R3.50. We can get foods to them. We have so many processes that we want to work with. We just need bigger teams, bigger resources, and bigger warehousing to get this going. If I'm just going to use as an example, in South Africa, we have Gift of the Givers, which everyone knows about. Gift of the Givers, they have a good network, a huge network. We could be DCF, I call it we, because I'm part of this team now. We big internationally, running through distributing and being a great help to so many organizations. Sorry, I just want to cancel that. And one of the some come and be part of it. Oh yes. So I spoke about it. You know, NPOs are there to be connected with. Show the volunteers love and they'll do the work for you that you have the vision for. If you don't have the vision, how do people join to show your passion to others? We always say this on the field. Everyone wants to give it 20 Rand. Everyone wants to give something. Where do you give it to? We saying give it to DCF, give it to Team Hope, give it to Susu Foundation. And the greatest thing that we need to realize is we need to be transparent. When you are transparent, the doors just open up. When we hoard, we know you don't have space. You can't keep it all to yourself. And we motivate and encourage NPOs, don't hoard what you have. Just distribute it and more will come your way. It's the universal language. Give and it will be given unto you, right? The more you give, the more you get. And from a biblical point of view, we know that we have to take care of the widows, the orphans, and that's what we're doing. We're taking care of the widows, the orphans, the seniors, and we are loving it with a passion, and we're going to continue doing this. So India is one of the places that I'm going to with a team. It's not our first and last trip, and we're looking for national, international visitations where people will just show us how it's done. We've had gentlemen going to Panama, Brazil. There's doors open for us to go there next year. We just want to be a blessing to everyone. So I want to say thank you to Janine, James, DCF for including me in this. And if we can be a blessing in any way, let us know. We'd love to. We have people picking up from our venues, different venues all over to say, come, this is what we have. We'd like to share. So we'd like to share with DCF as well. There was someone that came through from DCF Pretoria that picked up a bucket load of stuff, and that's how it works. No restriction, no red tape. Let's go for it and be humanitarians, true humanitarians, and serve not only our communities, but nations. Yeah. But thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Arvin. We really appreciate you. And thank you for everything that you've done for DCF already. We really appreciate you. I want to bring up Marijke Brits that's going to speak to us about the experience firsthand that she's had with work from NPO. So take it away, Marijke, and then I'm going to bring Nicholas on directly after you. You have about a minute or so.
Thank you so much, Janine, and thank you for the opportunity to represent House Regeneration tonight. We are a faith-based NPO center assisting in the recovery of addiction and behavioral problems. We were established in 2010, where we started taking in, we call them students, not patients, because we teach them sustainable and necessary life skills to carry on with the life after addiction. Being part of DCF has brought us such hope, as we had a terrible fire last year that burnt down Our Lady's plot. And we recently received a wonderful donation from Destiny Connect Foundation. I think that was us picking up the bucket load of stuff. We got amazing non-perishables. We got teaching resources, Bibles, cups for our students and our staff, and also sanitizers and sanitary necessities that we need for the ladies. We're very grateful, and we are so excited to be a member of DCF, and we're looking forward to the future with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marijke. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to bring Nicholas on as well to share his testimony of where DCF has made a difference for him as well.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Hope in Uganda it's a good evening right now, but hope I'll confirm whether I'm able to be heard.
Yes, we can hear you, Nicholas. I'm going to move you now to the big screen as well.
Okay. So thank you so much. This is Nicholas Wesonga, all the way from Uganda, and one of the co-founder of Davion Care. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I would like to thank James, Sharma, and everyone of the Destiny Foundation. Thank you so much to give us this opportunity to be able to go ahead and fulfill our own mission and initiative. My camera is not good, so I don't know whether my face is a little bit not very clear, but I would request that you let it be.
You're good to go.
That. Okay. From inception, we have heard from my director, Mukasa Ben. So Davion Care Foundation is one of the non-organizations, and we are so privileged that we look at from all the way from where we started forming up this Davion Care Foundation. Very many, I think, speakers have talked about it. As of now, I would say it's out of passion and the mere fact that we are looking at the little children and the privileged children. We are looking at what we say in our mission that a child has no choice to be born. And a child, if he's born and he has lost his loved ones, they're the parents, then he should also have a better future. Me and Mukasa Ben, I just give you a snapshot. We lost our parents when we were still young, and we had a lot of challenges over the street. God was on our side. We got a Samaritan person that helped us, and we were able to reach somewhere. But in the community where we were living, we saw very many children of that nature that are going through situations that we went through. Then we said, what can we do? Because we have been in this situation. We know how hard this situation is for these children. Because it's not their choice to be like this. Something that just happened. They lost their dear ones, and that is it. But we also say it does not take a lot of things for us to make an impact into these these vulnerable, innocent children. It does not need us to have a lot of money. What are that simple thing that we can make for these innocent souls to make sure that at least they have a smile on their face? And that's how Davion Care Foundation started, by pulling out resources together from our earnings monthly, and how best can we provide, dairy food, bread, and other scholastic materials that some of the children were lacking when they were not getting education. And as of now, I am happy that Destiny Care Foundation has enabled us by imparting some of the knowledge that we didn't have prior, because the three mastermind program enabled part of our own officers or our colleagues to get the knowledge. When you're dealing with these young children, they can annoy you anytime, they can say anything, but how best are you able to control your emotions, being empathetic to them, and also understanding them that one day or the other, they can be good leaders. So the three Seeds Mastermind program by Destiny Connection, which has helped Davion Care to streamline what are the activities that we are supposed to give out to those children. And indeed, as I talk now, the community that we do serve, we have also tried to make sure that does not only stop with these children, but this is the knowledge that the community that are helping us with these children that need. So these are soft skills that Davion Care Foundation has gotten from Destiny Connection, and Davion Care Foundation right now is doing great in the community by imparting these soft skills to these volunteers or village volunteers that we do partner with. So I'd like so much to thank Destiny Connection Foundation for enabling us. As I talk now, I was awarded the certificate of right now. I'm a certified good communicator in the community, and I'm so privileged that my mentor Shama is here, and she's doing a very, very great work to make sure that I also become one of the great facilitator in Destiny Connection Foundation. And this is all we would say, it's an opportunity for Davion Care Foundation to grow and continue serving the community, because we do believe that every child deserves a better future, regardless of the background. So, and that is what we are fighting for. And we do believe that, yes, we can make it. And there we go with Destiny Foundation. We do believe that we shall be able to achieve it. So thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you so much, James. I do also like to just enlighten you about of most recent partnership that we got with the Trust community. It's all about connection that we got with Destiny Connection Foundation, that we're able also to connect with the Trust business community. And I tell you what, Davion Care Foundation is we have just started, that's what I would say. And we do believe that we shall be able to achieve it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Nicholas. It's so great to hear how Destiny is impacting the nations, the children, people of all race. I'm just honored to be part of this. And, I want to share with you something and another initiative that DCF is also busy with. And that is the impact for our volunteers. And that is something that's just as important, is focusing inwards in order to give more outwards. So one of the initiatives that we have is the Learn Social Media program. And through the Learn Social Media program, we give our volunteers weekly live webinars where they dive into platforms to educate them, because this is what we said. We want to teach them to fish. We want to empower them. And if we empower inwards, then it means we can empower outwards. So they have weekly live webinars where they learn the tools of Canva, Reels, WhatsApp, marketing, how to build a business, and it's actionable tips to grow across all the different mediums. And perhaps most importantly, it's a supportive community that we are building, that are building other communities at the same time. At Learn Social Media, what we are doing is no one is left to figure it out alone. Doesn't that just sound like community? Now, the volunteers are the heartbeat behind the scenes. So when you volunteer at DCF, you don't just assist, you grow, and you'll be helped with mentoring and training. You'll be helped with assisting with the online events and webinars. You are literally applying real world skills in admin, IT, marketing, writing, design, social media, you name it. And in return, you will definitely gain the portfolio building opportunities. Think about it. You're getting real life experience that employers and clients value. You're part of a professional networking group and you're making valuable industry connections. That's what the volunteers are getting: mentorship, support, recognition, and awards, because your contribution matters. We live in a world where experience often opens the doors for us. So volunteering with DCF is more than just giving your time. It's investing in your own future. You're not just helping others grow, but you're growing yourself too. You're not just adding skills to your CV, you're adding value to your life. So if I want to welcome to the stage some of our volunteers that are part of the program, Rosemary, and I'm going to add all of you onto the screen at the same time. So Rosemary and Olawanfume, I'm going to add you as well. Just share with us for 1 minute what the program has done for you. Rosemary, you can go ahead. You're muted still. You're still muted. You can just unmute there, Rosemary.
Am I audible?
There we go. There we go. We can hear you now.
Okay.
Please share with us in a minute, what have you learned from the Learn Social Media program and how has it impacted you?
Okay, good greetings, everyone. My name is Rosemary Ibenjogo, and I'm truly honored to share what Destiny Connection Foundation has meant to me, both personally and professionally. Professionally, this year has helped me grow in confidence and clarity. It has given me a supportive space to be seen, heard, and developed my skill, something that I have always valued. Professionally, this year have opened doors to many relationships that I don't know how to explain. And it has elevated my mindset. Some of the things that I do now, I do it with more confidence and my skill set. Because they have taught me a lot, and I now show up with intention and purpose and boldness. One of the biggest turning points for me has been my experience in 3C Mastermind program, which centers around the connection, collaboration, and communication. This program has taught me the power of genuine relationship, how to express myself with clarity, and how to work effectively with others towards achieving a common goal. These are skills I now carry in every room that I enter. Then lastly, volunteering in this year have also taught me a lot. Because by volunteering in this year, not only have I gotten the opportunity to serve and give back, but I have also grown in so many ways. One of the highlights has been the social media training that is ongoing now, which we do every week. that's been equipping us with the social media team, with practical tools to create impactful content, build our online presence, both personally and professionally, and tell better stories. That's helped me become more confident and creative in my digital space. Destiny Connect Foundation is not a space. Destiny Connect Foundation is a space where potentials are activated like mine, and people are empowered. And I am so proud to be a part of this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Just want to make sure that Oluwa Find Me is here. I don't see if she can just unmute. If not, thank you, Rosemary. We really appreciate it. And we're so glad that DCF is making an impact in your life. Then over to you, Shama.
Right, thank you. Following on from Rosemary, I actually sneaked in the door, you know, while they were training as well. So I'm quite a regular who attends this land training every Thursday morning. And the things, I mean, I'm going through my career and, you know, in what I'm doing, but the tips, the practical tips that I have learned has been incredible. And my thing, which I seem to have a gap on my learning, was about Canva. And the trainee on Learn, she's so wonderful. And she's always, just come and talk to me, just do this. So she gives us everything, simple tips, which I call like Mickey Mouse instructions. Go and try it. Doesn't matter if you go wrong. So encouraging. So huge thank you to Janine actually for actually donating that training to DCF. So a huge thank you to you, and obviously to Felicia, who does the training with us. So it's absolutely amazing. And Rosemary and others, we usually see each other there on Thursday as well. Right, I would like to just to infiltrate on the 3Cs mastermind table, right, which we carry out. And this was the first foundational course that we created for Destiny Connect Foundation after, you know, we had the big launch in January. And little were we aware of the impact that it would be making on our communities everywhere in the world. Just to give you an idea, we've actually, in just a matter of 9 months, 10 months, we've carried out 23 different cohorts, which have now been completed. Over 250 individuals across the globe and from 10 different countries have participated in this mastermind tables. So we always say the 3 musketeers, I have them here with me this afternoon. We've been carrying this sort of work forward, and it's been such a pleasure. And what responses that we get from the people, because it's a mastermind, it's not just a learning as in, you know, because I'm a teacher from my background, as in chalk and talk, etc. It's more to do with the mastermind, your thoughts, your emotions, your feeling, your experiences. And the experience and the feedback that we get from, on the whole, it's been absolutely amazing. It's been life-changing. You know, just to quote just a few. And because it's had such a profound impact on their lives, what they would like to do, right, is to pay forward. Because we often say, now, you've experienced it. Do you know somebody who else might benefit from it? And they are so eager, right, to pay forward, right, to introduce new people to us. The one big impact that we had, all our lovely volunteers, social media team that we have, they have been through the program, right? And they said, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to see how we can help to give something back. And how wonderful and humane is that? We've also, just to celebrate the successes throughout the year, we've had 2 amazing graduation ceremonies, right? Where we've celebrated their successes because we call them our graduates, because it's an amazing 6 weeks program. And the 7th week, we actually, you know, say how they can actually move forward. And they all have an opportunity to share what they've learned and be able to give everyone else their personal impact that the program has had on them. So it's been absolutely amazing. It's been a privilege for, as three musketeers, as we say. We have now taken one step forward where we've had volunteers who have said they want to become facilitators in their own communities. So we are actually becoming we say a little promotion, I suppose, for us. We're becoming lead facilitators, and we're training them forward to go into their communities and start delivering this mastermind program. So it's been an absolute amazing journey over the last year. So we are absolutely honored, right, that we've taken part. We say 23 cohorts. Every single cohort was different. And this is why it's been so exciting for us. And it's been an amazing thing. It's one of the base program that we put all of our people through. So on that note, we now have two of our graduates who I'd like to say are lovely, lovely two graduates. Samuel, we got Samuel here, and Edom. We got them. Would you like to ping them up? So I just want to say thank you. So again, once again, right, you have our donation QR code if you'd like to help. And because everything that we're delivering through whoever, we're actually having that ripple effect, which is going through communities. And 10 countries across the globe, we are having a ripple effect. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, such a wonderful thing to do. So please think who we can help. And if you can make a donation, please do just by clicking onto our QR code. So now, if I can ask Samuel to come up. Oh, there you are. I can see you. Okay, Samuel, just a quick couple of minutes just to let us know what your testimony.
All right. Can I speak now?
You can, yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I thank you for the musketeers, the three musketeers, Dr. Sharma, Mr. Positive, and Puffy. Okay, how has DCF impacted me personally and professionally? This is a good question, and I must say that personally, DCF has impacted me in areas of empathy, patience, and respect. While professionally, I now know how to collaborate and connect with people more using a good communication skill. Now, the other one is how are my experiences in the 3Cs master program. Okay, two experiences amongst others include one, no matter how timid or shy you are DCF mastermind, and you must come out of your shell to talk. You must be bold and courageous. Yes, there are many persons, we are in the same class, they are not free to talk, but you will be pushed out of the world to speak, to talk very well. And Sharma is very good at that, to, making people talk very well. Then secondly, is another experience is the time management. I think I learned that in my time of studies in DCF. I learned how to prioritize and make something my main at the moment, know how to manage the time and make sure everything goes on point. Okay, why I volunteer to pay for the 3C mastermind experience to forward this to my community is that this course is not just for a set of people, but for everyone. I mean everyone, not a particular race, a particular gender. It's for everyone in the world. And with this, we have a better community to impact positively. A professor, a doctor still needs this course, and we really help all. It will really help in all our day-to-day activities. Everything we do in our day-to-day activities, in our career, in our profession, these things plays out. Everything we are taught in DCF, it plays out, and it has really, really been a big blessing. Thank you to DCF. Thank you to Mr. James. Thank you to Puffy, Sharma, and Mr. Positive. I'm really grateful, and I said I'll take this to the world and impact my world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That is awesome. Sharma, is Edom here?
That's who I was looking for, actually. I haven't been able to spot them. No,
perfect. Then with that said, I'm going to move over to our two next speakers, which is Puffy and Mr. Positive Zion. I'm going to bring them both up to the screen. We spoke earlier about our podcast that was launched this year, and they are the host of our podcast, and they're doing an absolute great job. So I want to give you just Puffy and Zion just a minute or so just to tell us the great work you are doing and the impact that you are currently having. Great, Puffy, you can go. We can hear you now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much. It's a great privilege and an honor to be here today on this beautiful event. My name is Puffy Midupi, all the way from South Africa. And I'm also a global ambassador for Destiny Connect Foundation. And also I'm a co-host for Untold Stories of Hope podcast brought to you by Destiny Connect Foundation. And it's really an honor for that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Puffy, for that great introduction. For me, I'm always excited, and it's such a privilege to be here among these amazing people who are in this event today. And I believe today is a great day because we are excited. It's all about impact and making a huge difference. Yes, my name is Zion Inodium, one of the hosts of the Untold Stories of Hope podcast, and also a global ambassador for Destiny Connect Foundation. And for us, the podcast is a place where we tend to empower mind, amplify voices, and transform life with our story. We believe that everyone has a unique story, and your story has the power to change. It has the power to encourage. It has the power to give hope to people. And that's why we have decided to say, wow, because you have a unique story, we want your story to get to the world. Because someone else just needs to hear your story to find hope. Someone needs to hear your story to find courage to keep living, to find faith to keep believing in themselves. So on those stories of a podcast, we bring people from all over the world, business owners, professionals, entrepreneurs, name it. Hundreds of people all over the world, coming on the stage to be able to share their story to make a difference. And beyond just sharing their story, there are people who are making impact, who are making a huge difference, but nobody knows what they do. So one thing that we do in Untold Stories of Hope podcast is we shine the light on you. We give you a platform, we give you a stage where you are able to share your story and people begin to know what you do. Because at the end of the day, impact is beyond just words. It's about action. And when we see people who are taking action to make a positive difference, we are at the forefront to shine the light on them, to put them on a stage where their voice can be heard. Anyone who wants to be part of the Untold Stories of Hope podcast, feel free to join us. You have a story, you have a mission, you have a burning desire to make an impact and make a difference in the world. We are here to take your story to every corner of the world, to make an impact and make a huge difference in the world. So that's what we do and so much more. And I believe that we are here to support your dream, your mission, and help you get to the people you want to get to.
Yes, and also, as we always say, we empower minds, amplify voices, and transform lives. So we've seen how we share the love for humanity through the platform, and we've seen how the stories of every guest who came into the podcast has really touched so many lives. We've done only a couple of episodes, but believe you me, what has been shared all over the world, it is stories that really has changed our lives as well. Me and Mr. Zion, we always speak about this, how we are transformed and we are happy, to hear who's the next speaker and what motivation and inspiration we are going to receive. So we are more than grateful. And like Mr. Zion said, if you want to be part of the podcast, please engage with us. We are definitely looking forward to host you and to be able to hear your story. There's someone who needs hope somewhere out there in this world. There's one particular slot, in the podcast that we love the most, where the speaker or the guest has to encourage anyone who's listening and they're going through a lot and they feel like they cannot take it anymore or they cannot take a step further. And that is one of the most important parts of the podcast. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, guys. I Really appreciate it. I've been on the podcast myself, and the work you guys are doing is great. You're making such an impact. So thank you for that. Really appreciate you. And over to you, James.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, everyone. It's been an amazing conversation and experience so far, and for you to come up and share how the Destiny Connect Foundation has really impacted you or amplify your impact. It's really it means the world to me, and I believe that it means the world to our shared mission. So thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your testimony, sharing your how Destiny Connect Foundation has contributed to your mission in one way or the other. So right now we want to bring up a phenomenal leader, a lady who I personally know for almost 2 years now, 3 years or so. And she's a great speaker. She's the founder of Loud Whisper. She's joining us all the way from the United States. And she's also becoming a partner. She's with Loud Whisper. She's becoming a partner with Destiny Connect Foundation because we have the mission to empower the children, who are the future generational leader. So, but at the same time, we still believe that women also play a huge role in shaping destinies. So we are launching Women Empowerment Program. Also, it's going to be a global initiative to empower women, but not only the children, but again, are women who are there to help shape the destinies. But yes, we need to equip them with all kinds of with all the necessary tools and resources that they need to be able to bring that to life, bring destinies to life. So I'm not sure if Isabel is online now. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Isabel, welcome and great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello. It's such an honor. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are, good morning for some of us here in America. It's such an honor really to be with all of you today. Just in the space of being able to connect and having the same wavelength as far as a vision, right? A vision to change the world and just to have transformation that is beyond charity, but legacy. First of all, James, thank you so much for inviting me here. It is an honor to be a part of this. As I was sitting here, it's so interesting. You have all these things that you're saying in my head that I would honestly like to sit here and talk about, but I always talk about God. And as I was sitting here, something in me really resonated so deep. And what resonated so deep is just that underlining theme of what every human being needs of that empowerment. Is that underlining thing. When Dan was talking, I was like, oh my goodness, he's speaking my language. And just when everybody else is speaking. So I'm just really honored to be here and to be in this space because I feel that the collaboration between Loud Whisper and Destiny Connection is just not a collaboration. It is a shared calling. I feel as though it is a divine connection because when I look at what DCF stands for, right? They're changing socioeconomic, empowering communities and building a better world. I see a mirror of my own vision, and with that, my heart is just settled. To be able to be in this space right now is really twofold. I am a child who grew up in Tanzania and Zambia. And the reason why I do this women empowerment and just empowering people in general, because I believe in humanity. I believe that we all need one another. And as far as humanity is concerned, I do think that, as they say, we all have to move together. When I remember as a little young girl, and my business is called Loud Whisper, as a little young girl, I remember walking around and seeing all these women, my mom, my aunts, and the women specifically that used to go to the market with stuff on their head, just going to sell in the market. But back then, I didn't realize until I grew up that these were entrepreneurs that just didn't own a Rockefeller building. But there was an underlining theme that I discovered. I was fortunate enough to travel the world. My dad was in foreign service. He was a diplomat, so I've lived in different countries. And I speak 7 languages, as most of us Africans do. And what I noticed is it didn't matter where I went. It doesn't matter how much money a woman made. It doesn't matter how high they were. There was this underlining theme that they didn't have a voice. They worked so hard and they did not have a voice. And I believe as humanity, we are all brought on this earth for a reason and a purpose. And as I lived through life myself, as we all know, we grow up in our own environments. I become that of which of my environment. I didn't have my own voice. And as I was going through life on a daily basis, I realized that women are the backbone of the world. When you empower a woman, you change the world. No matter how anybody looks at it, we bring life into this world. There's a different kind of strength that comes. And my whole goal with Loud Whisper is not to empower women just to be able to have greater jobs. I'm a firm believer that leadership does not start with titles and accolades. Leadership starts within, right? So you can't lead anybody unless you lead yourself. So my whole goal is really to empower first every human being on this earth to understand that they're here for a reason, and to also help them understand that we are all here with a divine calling. And to take it on a higher level is to show women that it's time for them to amplify their voices. When you help a woman amplify her voice, when you empower a woman to know who she is, why she's here, and whose she is, she changes not only her own life, she changes the world. She changes the community around her. She changes her family. She changes the children, and that creates a ripple effect. So I'm really honored to be in this space. This is something that I've thought about. They always say when you visualize something as you're young, you manifest. I never knew that it would come this way. And that is why I say this is a divine calling for me to be in this space. And I want to say that for each and every one of you that's here, for you to totally understand this, you are making a difference in whatever shape or form that it is that you're doing. It is so empowering to be in this space right now. There's nowhere else I would rather be at this moment. It is so fulfilling. It's so God-filling to be in this space right now, talking to all you people from all walks of life. It shows you that we may look different, we may walk different, we may talk different, but in the heart of it all, as human beings, we all want the same: to be seen, to be loved, to matter, and to be significant. And that is my champion about this world. That is my champion about humanity, and especially for women. Is for women to be leaders in their own life, for women to finally amplify their voices and speak. The world is going to change. What we're doing right now is making a change. It starts one step at a time. So I am so honored to have this program that Loud Whisper is going to do with Destiny Connect Foundation. And the whole goal of it is going to be based on 3 simple foundational and unshakable foundational rules that I believe create an empowered life. It's self-love, self-worth, and self-leadership. Because you cannot lead anybody unless you know how to lead yourself. You cannot, as Dan was saying, I preach that all the time, you can't give to others what you don't have, right? You have to fill your tank up in first. It's not selfish, it's self-full. So we've all lived in a world where, and I know we all come from different environments, where we never understood who we were. We never understood our capability. We never understood who God created us to be. And what I love about this now, it has a true God feeling for me. It is a space where some of us never had the opportunity to be authentic, to know what love is, to know that despite of my circumstances, God created me for a reason. I am here to make a change. So I am really excited, and I'm really empowered right now to be in this space, and I don't only want to just be in one space. My goal is to create an impact. My vision is to see myself and Destiny Connect Foundation in every space, in every country, in every location, empowering as many, not only humans, but particularly from my space, empowering women to own who they are so they can be rooted in who God created them to be, and so they can understand the power that they have within themselves. So I want to say this before I get off. I'm normally long-winded because I'm so passionate about about this, and I've seen like a lot of us can do that when we're passionate. Before I get off, I want to leave you with this. As you leave out of here, when you move out of your seat today, I want you to understand this. You are enough just as you are. It doesn't matter your circumstances. The greatest people that we talk about today came from the worst circumstances. And we all understand that. And sometimes we're in environment, and sometimes we're in spaces that make us feel that we're nothing. It's about you really tapping into that God-given knowing that you know that you have within you, to know that you are enough to create a difference. The fact that you are here, you will make a difference. For every young girl on this call, for every woman on this call, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. Your knowing matters. You being rooted in yourself matters. Because even if the world does not tell us we're enough and we're validated and who we've been created to be, nothing, and I mean nothing, moves without a backbone of a woman. So it is time for us to rise. It is time for us to know that it doesn't matter where you are. You are somebody. We were all born in spaces where I tell people all this time and they laugh. I grew up, they used to tell me, you talk too much. Shut up. You talk too much. And now people pay me to talk. And for the longest time, I suppressed that, right? Because where I came from, a woman was not supposed to speak. A woman did not have space. A woman did not have an area. You should not be seen. You should not be heard. And you cannot even show up. But this is a different time now. I am so grateful and I am so blessed to be in a different time where I get to see this change happen. I am so grateful that I'm in this space where I can partner with DCF and really create this movement where we can make sure that every child, every human being understands that they're here for a purpose. There is a divine calling. And for every little girl that you see when you walk out of here, I ask for you to do one thing for me. Just look at them and tell them they matter. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to this partnership.
Wow. Wow. Isabel, I just wanted to get out of my seat and say, yes, I matter. That was amazing. Thank you so, so much. It's lovely to see you after such a long time.
Good to see you as always.
That was absolutely invigorating. Somebody's feeling down, you have certainly ignited their passion again in whatever they do. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so if we can move on, right? I have the greatest pleasure to introduce one of the backbones of DCF, and it's our lovely lady, our HR lady, Helen Will. She is such a professional in what she does. This is why we love to have her here, right? She's had over 30 years of experience in HR in various various sectors, all through South Africa and the UK. A unique journey from finance to HR began. She was entrusted to building an HR department from the ground up. You can't get any more experience than that. So that's absolutely amazing. So she's served in so many administrative roles through HR, and she's been the manager of the HR department. She understands real world challenges that organizations, especially NPOs, face in balancing compliance, compassion, and cost. Her time in the UK sector during COVID pandemic further deepens her understanding of crisis management, frontline support, and the vital role HR plays in sustaining services during uncertainty. And if you will realize, this is what the world we're facing at this moment. Beyond her corporate experience, she's also run a successful wedding coordination business for international clients. So today, she partners, we are so honored to have her, like we say, she's the backbone. She partners with DCF as our HR advisor to provide practical values-driven HR solutions that supports our mission, improve operations, and prioritize well-being of the people who make their work possible. So it gives me great pleasure to hand over the mic to our lovely Helen Will. Over to you, Helen.
Thank you, Shama. Thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us from all around the world. How do you follow on with something that Isabel has just presented? I mean, she is just an amazing presenter, but nonetheless, I'd like to speak to you about the importance of people and the power of people in nonprofits, especially the volunteers. At the heart of every impactful organization are individuals driven by purpose, compassion, and a desire to create change. It takes the people in the organizations to bring the life to the mission and the goals of the organization. This is no different in a nonprofit world. Our greatest asset isn't funding or infrastructure, it's our people. Our mission may be the reason we exist, but people are the reason we make the impact. Whether it's in a local community or across borders, the heart of every nonprofit is its people. And today I want to shine a light on a group that often gives the most and asks for the least, our volunteers. They give their time, their talents and passion, not for recognition or reward, but because they believe in something bigger than themselves. That kind of selfless commitment is a force multiplier. It extends our reach, deepens our impact, and connects us more authentically with the communities we serve. What's beautiful is that volunteering knows no boundaries. Across cultures, languages, and continents, people are showing up to help. From professionals lending skills to students sharing energy, volunteers bring diversity, creativity, and heart into everything we do. They are often the bridge between the NPO and the community, acting as ambassadors, advocates, and sometimes even future leaders. But it's not just about what they give. It's about how we value them. Supporting volunteers with the right tools, training, and most importantly, appreciation is how we build a culture that attracts these champions of change. When people feel valued, they give more, and the ripple effect of that can change lives. We'd love for our volunteers to stay with us for as long as possible, and we do our best to make it a great experience. But we also get that people move on, whether it's work, studies, or other commitments. We're just really grateful for the time and energy you've all shared with us, no matter how long you're around. So as we raise funds today, let's also raise awareness. Behind every successful nonprofit project, there are dedicated people making it happen, and many of them are volunteers. They are not just helping us do the work, they are the work. If something that I mentioned today resonates with you and you would like to get involved, please visit our website, destinyconnectfoundation.org, for further details. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy the rest of our program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Helen. I'm going to give over to James, who's going to take us into finances.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, just because of time, I'm just going to quickly bring our CFO, Chief Financial Officer, to come and tell us, share a few words with us and our guest and our listener today, and the power on the power of your impact by being part of Destiny Connect Foundation, or even lending and helping hand to any organization that align that align with your purpose. So, Mr. Mulema, I would just like to give you the mic now.
Hello everyone. Hello.
I'll move you to the screen now, Mulema. Here we go.
Oh, I'm there now. All right. Hello, everyone. I dressed up. I'm hoping I'm looking good for everyone. I've got my suit on. Uh, my name is Potlale Mulema. Potlale meaning wisdom, Mulema meaning left. So it means that I am so wise on my left hand. Okay? So I'm an accounting officer for DCF. So we've been in practice for over 30 years. The company was started by my father. So hey, it's a long story to tell, but I don't want to take too much time because of we're all time today, by the way. And I'm a CFO for DCF, and DCF is a registered NPO, non-governmental and non-religious foundation. So our goal here at DCF is to create community diversity, is to connect people with educators, people with business people. Through doing that, we are going to reach our goals through the 3 Cs programs that we are currently running. And for us to achieve that is for us is for us to connect more with the community that we are currently serving. And when you connect to the community, you create connections that will empower each and every one of us. For me to make money or for someone to make money, there needs to be communication in all of that. So for us to stand here, all of us, obviously, we are communicating so that we can get donors and funders to DCF. And with that said, my duties at DCF, it's under compliance. DCF is a registered nonprofit organization under Section 18A of the South African Act. We can issue receipts to donors who wants to get tax exemptions. In other words, for you to reduce your tax payments every year, talk to us. We can help. Remember, I'm very smart in my left hand. So for us to be able to continue this program, we would very much appreciate your donations, and through everybody that says something, you can see the impact that DCF is currently having globally, not just nationally, globally. So for us to be transparent with regards to that, our financial statements will be posted on our portal on a 6 to 3 months basis. We are going to post our financial statements for us to be transparent to every donor that is currently giving to DCF. And furthermore, we will be issuing out tax exemption certificates to the donors who donate over and above 20,000 rand. In American terms, $1,500. Because of we can't issue certificates now and then, it becomes a tedious process. So I hope all the other donors will understand and they will be encouraged to give more so that we can issue certificates more. And lastly, I'm truly, truly honored to be part of DCF. It's a good program that is really empowering people. And through us doing all of this, we thank each and every one of you who are donating to DCF. And thank you to all the speakers, and thank you to everyone that is part of DCF. And lastly, I saw that there was a lady here by Tombi Chaze. I'd like to give thanks to her. She's one of our clients there at Lithuania Accounting Services. She is one powerful lady, a pastor, at the same time, a school teacher, at the same time, a traffic officer. So I'm giving big ups to her in Tombichazi. I saw she was there in the group. So over to you, James. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Malema. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Malema. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much for keeping us ahead of time and making sure that we are compliant. We follow every regulation that
Janine, James is cutting out a little bit.
help to amplify our impact and all our partners and donors and sponsors. Thank you. We are at the top of the hour of what to expect.
James, if I could ask you to just switch off your camera for us.
5 years. So we have an audacious, even with little to no resources. Okay, how about now?
Much better. Thank you. Now we can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. So I just want to quickly take us through our 5 years goals. So it's quite big, but I believe that we can achieve that. For over the last 18 months, we were able to achieve so much with the help of each and every one of us on this call. And we want to impact 5 million lives in the next 5 years. We are already on our way through that, but we can't do this alone. So in the next 5 years, we are looking forward to grow our community and have 5,000 registered nonprofit organizations to be part of the community. So these 5,000 organizations are standing as a ripple effect to reach many lives, to help us to reach 5 million lives in the next 5 years. And I believe that is so positive. So now there's a call. And the call to action is we are looking for any organization, or if you know any organization or any company that is giving out computer hardware, that is giving out any devices that can help our team in terms of our social media team. They are in need of devices that can help us to run our program seamlessly. So if you know anyone or you are in that space whereby you can help us to at the next 5 years, we are also looking to build our global facilitator and collaborators of 1,000 individuals and already on our way to accomplish this alone without your help, without you being partnering with us. So we call out to you. If you are a change agent, you are a change makers. We all are. And I believe that today, if you come across this, even if it's a recording or you are listening to this conversation right now, or just joining us, please do sign up. Join us, and we cannot wait making an impact that connect and elevate. So there's so much program and project that we have in the pipeline, but as you join us, you will be a part of it. One life at a time, one community at a time. Let's do it. We are making a greater impact together.
Thank you so much, James, for our 5-year plan. And like I was saying earlier, it's all about that ripple effect that we're having on the communities all over the world. So if I could say a huge, huge thank you for everyone. We have gone over time as always, right? So thank you for everyone giving up your valuable Friday afternoons, Friday evenings. And we hope you will join us hand in hand to make this project move forward. Let's join together. It's too much of a big project for one individual or even two. So let's move together as a foundation, as a group. And like we said, when we have a mission and we're all together, even God Almighty will find a path and lighten it up for us. So on that note, thank you, everyone. And we hope to see you all very soon. Don't forget our QR code. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Cheers.